This edition of the Ryder Report is brought to you by LifeProductions.com. April 15th, 2008. Keene Freestaters stand outside the IRS building to protest federal income tax. As with many protests, we were met with some disapproval.
He said I was desecrating the church property with a nice sign. I guess the Catholic Church promotes torture.
But the vast majority of response was supportive. We were able to engage some in conversation.
You still want to pay taxes?
That's correct.
What about them guys? They're like fixing stuff on the roads. That costs taxes, right?
That's right.
And plus lumpy roads, that costs taxes when the what do they call it? The crossing.
Yeah,
Those
they
are
force
paid
you
in
at
the
the point of
butt.
the gun to pay it.
What's that?
They force you at the point of the gun to pay taxes. That's what we object to.
Is there anything that you don't object to, tax-wise? As far as things being done tax-wise? What about like fire departments and stuff like that?
Well, if people want protection from fires, they want roads, they ought to pay for it of their own will, don't you think? They ought to pay for it willingly.
That's what they say, privatization or something like that?
Something along those lines. Like you bought your bike because you wanted it, right?
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, yeah, I was watching a show the other day, like way back a long time ago. They used to have signs on houses that had to do with fire, and if you didn't have one of those things on your houses, then the fire department wouldn't go to it.
Well, the fact is, if the government is offering a service that is so valuable, people would be willing to pay for it without being threatened.
I don't think everybody should be forced, I guess. I don't really know. It's very sticky. It's a very sticky wicket, I would say. But I mean, we do want straight roads. Well, it's good. You just keep doing that.
All right, thanks.
Nice talking to you.
David recalls one conversation he had with a man earlier in the day.
Here I am across the street, filling out my tax forms, and there you are making a tax protest poster. And we got to talking, and he said he hasn't paid any taxes since 2000. What he started doing was he just started putting zero on the tax forms. He also said he's put, I think he said 19,000, which he said was below the poverty level, so they can't tax him. And so now he put zero on the tax forms, and then makes the IRS do whatever they want. He said he earns cash income under the table. So they can't really track him down or force him to pay. He said something interesting, which I didn't know. Assuming he's right, he said they can't take your car because that's your mode of conveyance to work, in theory, to pay those taxes the IRS wants you to pay. And I had assumed the IRS can take anything they want, except basically clothes on your back. So I'll have to look into whether that's true or not. But, yeah, it's a small world. People hate taxes.